So I have an old lathe that the compound was pretty badly bent, and I've been working on just kind of getting it usable. Surface ground the bottom of this and relieved it, and a little bit of scraping. But I wanted to just show how peening can be used to kind of fix a slide. So I didn't take a video when I started here, but when I started we had about 7 thousandths of gap here. And you know, I started by just rough scraping the bottom and scraping a little bit where I knew there was a hump, just to get things somewhat flat. But anyhow, yeah, we had about 7,000 shim would fit, so I'm not quite done yet, but now we're at about just under 2 thousandths. And the hump is right about here, so you see the shim will fit in right there. And just wanted to kind of show how something as simple as just peening can straighten out a slide, so you don't have to re-scrape everything if you're just trying to get things usable. And you can use a ball peen hammer, or I just have a punch that's rounded off here. And you just go down it and just peen where you need to peen. So this side is about a thou, maybe a little bit less higher than that side. So I'll probably peen a little more on this side to get it finished up. But then I'll just rough scrape a little more and then probably throw it on the surface grinder just to clean that up. So here's an example of kind of how it works. And that's it. You don't want to go too far without checking, so I'll bring it back to the table, check again, and then do a little more peening until I get it mostly straightened out. Okay, so after a good amount more peening, it's not perfect. This is a 1 thou shim. If you put it under here, it gets stuck on that corner. Right here in the middle, it just gets caught a little bit. So probably got about 1 thou of a curve there. It gets caught here and here. And this side as well. This side's actually rather flat. Most of the damage is probably on this corner. And if you look at the peening, you can kind of see I had to peen a lot more on this side to get it straightened out. But I'll do just a couple rounds of scraping to get it somewhat close, make sure it fits this, and that'll be good enough for this lathe right now. So lastly here, you can kind of see where we're at. Now we got a little blue there, a little blue here, here, here. It's not rocking. This whole section is not touching at all yet, but it's kind of getting there. I'm just going to scrape it a little bit more so it's roughly flat. Flip it over, surface grind this top, and that's going to be good enough. If I could, if this were all flat, I would surface grind the bottom here as well. It's just a lot faster, and for what I'm doing, it just doesn't matter that much. Put heavy bluing just so you can see it on the camera. Usually you don't want to use quite that much bluing. So now I've gotten it to where I kind of have contact on all 4 corners and some in the middle. It's not perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and grind the top because it's just so bad that it might move on me a little bit more after I do that. Hit it with a few more rounds of scraping, and it's honestly going to be good enough for who it's for. I'll show you once I have this set up. So I just roughed off the bulk. It was real bad, probably a couple thousandths hump where you can see that big gash. And I'm just taking 1 more thou off and a couple small increments here just to finish cleaning it up. And that'll be good enough for what it's for. I'm just taking some 4/10 coarse feed and 2/10 for the fine feed, and I'll take 1 spark out pass, and that'll be that.
Hey, so I did find these videos of what it looked like before I started, and you can see how much it rocks. If you guys want to see how it worked out, just leave me a comment. I can take a video of it.